Hey folks, welcome to Big Al's Topic Mixer. I am Big Al. Uh, just thought I'd make a brief video here about what I'm seeing in the election. As you may know, I'm sort of leaning towards Bernie. He's not the only candidate on my radar, but he is the main candidate on my radar. Simply because I like his stance. He is straightforward. He says what he means, and he does what he says. He believes in Medicare for all. He believes in free education. He believes in ending student loan debt and raising the minimum wage. Now, everybody says they for raising the minimum wage, but and fixing healthcare, but they're all different in how they want to get there, and some of them you can't trust. At the same time, Bernie is facing attacks from all angles. I had Rob Emanuel on TV the other day. You remember him? He was chief of staff for Obama for a while. He was also the mayor of Chicago. Really talk about this guy. He did a lot of things in Chicago people weren't too happy about. He closed down mental health facilities. Plus, he closed 50 plus schools in the Chicago area, most of them in the black neighborhoods. In fact, that killed some of his black vote the second time he was elected. He barely won the second time. It's not the only thing he did. Violence was out of control in Chicago during his reign in office. Though he promised that he was going to fix all his issues, he didn't do quite what he said he did. Plus, he had a number of officials that were under him that ended up getting either kicked out of office or were indicted by the federal government. So, Rob Emanuel, yeah, thank you. Your advice is really nice, telling people to vote against Bernie, that to stand against Bernie. You know, it had the understand that the Democratic primaries have come to South Carolina, and black voters are a different breed in the South than they are up north. Also, with older voters, they tend not to be on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. They tend to listen to mainstream media. They love MSNBC, CNN, ABC News, NBC. You know, they hate Fox. That's the kind of black voters we're looking at. So, looking at that, let's talk about the mainstream media. Mainstream media is also attacking Bernie. It's obvious that they're backing a candidate, and it ain't Bernie. Sad to say, sometimes I was a person that respected a lot of these news media people. That's gone. Don't respect them anymore. Can't. You just can't. I mean, mainstream media basically called the man a Nazi. His family, he had family members that were in Auschwitz, that were in concentration camps during World War II, and these guys are calling him a Nazi. He's Jewish, by the way. So, nah, Chris Matthews, Todd, all those guys on TV, it's ridiculous. They turn on Channel 6 and hear these attacks by news media people, and they go unchecked. Nobody's defending Bernie whatsoever. It's supposed to be some kind of neutrality. They defend Republicans all the time. They have a Republican on there to defend them. Every once in a while you'll hear a logical voice. Maybe there's something wrong. We've been doing the same thing. You know why Trump got elected? People got tired of the same thing. You know why people are going for Bernie? They're tired of the same thing. And Trump was not the right thing to change the same thing. What he did, he helped the rich people. Now the working class people want somebody to help them. So now we can't trust the people that's in office. They want to do the same thing. They're saying, let's go back and try to compromise. By the way, there's 350 bills sitting on the desk of the Republican Party, Republican-controlled Senate right now. Do you see them compromising or trying to get those bills passed? Mitch McConnell and company said they're just going to let them sit there. They're not going to work on those bills to try to pass those bills. So this whole compromise thing is crazy. It's not because Bernie's being elected. It doesn't matter what Democrat gets elected. They don't want to work with them. So it's time to change faces. People need things done. There's infrastructure bills sitting on there. Things that could help healthcare sitting on their desk. Things that could help education sitting on their desks. They're not going to do anything about it. So, we can sit here and talk all day, but I think Bernie is the best choice. And the American people are saying so. Look what just happened in Nevada. They got 47% of the vote. But you're going to neglect that 47% and tell them that was a bad choice. It's just wrong. That's typical. Same thing that happened with Clinton. You're trying to follow that strategy of Clinton. Clinton lost that election, by the way. Remember that. She lost the election. Whether she got the most popular vote or not, she lost the election. Her strategy didn't work. Don't try to play the same strategy. But all of you keep talking, that's what you need to do. That's shameful. It's pretty stupid, by the way. I mean, from The View to MSNBC to CNN, all the places that I normally listen to. I like to listen to the news, but right now I'm listening to the Young Turks and Democracy Now. Things like that. That's what I'm listening to. I'm not listening to you guys anymore because what you're saying is just garbage. It's coming out straight garbage. Now that there's studies out showing how Medicare for all could work in different ways, and I've actually read some of these studies. It's working well in other countries. I've had it for years, but this is radical. It's radical for the United States. So we need 89 million people to sit at home with no insurance. Or right now, for instance, we have in court a case that will determine whether the current Medicare plan that Obama put in office is constitutional or not. Guess who runs the courts? Yeah, people that Trump selected. There's a chance that's going to be kicked out. So it's time for change, real change. And I think Bernie offers that. And I hope that a couple of Senate, House people that look like him get in office, who think like him, who have his philosophy get in office as well. I don't see the Republicans winning House seats. They probably win Senate seats, but they may not win those either. It's going to be a fight. But let's rally behind somebody that can win, that's got ideas, that can send a statement. And I think Bernie's that guy that sends a statement. And he got a plan that could help a lot of American people. But you guys don't really want to help a lot of American people. Your mainstream media, you want things the way they always were. They aren't always were. America's getting browner, not whiter. I think y'all got a problem with that too. So I'm gonna end this here. I don't want to be ranting too much and raving on, but this is, I always expected from Fox, and Tucker Carlson and that group, demographics and stuff like that. But you guys are talking about demographics. You said we got to get back that suburban voters. We've got to get those rural voters back. That means you got to get those white people back. So we got to stop talking about black issues. That's what Bill Maher said. We've got to stop talking about race and things like that. Frankly, those are things that are concerning to me. So in other words, I shouldn't vote for you guys either. That's basically what you're saying. So I'm going to end this here. I've said my piece. And y'all have a good night. And if you like what I said, you can comment below and hit the like button. If you don't like it, you can comment below. Be more than happy to respond to you. Anyway, have a good night.